Elon comes out with this poll saying, should the Department of Government Efficiency audit the IRS? And here's what the poll is saying on that. Let's see. Audit IRS. Where's Elon? Elon Musk. And then Joni Ernst comes out saying that she has a bill ready to go for this. Man, where is this freaking thing? Just a second. Scroll through my bookmarks. You know what? I have a link for this. I've got a link. How's everybody doing today while you're waiting on this? All right. Boom. Would you like Doge to audit the IRS? Yes, F yes, or no? So pretty decisive. I bet all the no's are just people who benefited from the money laundering. So I got a little clip here that's pretty compelling about some stats on how things go down at the IRS.
You guys remember this administration hiring tens of thousands of IRS workers so that they can come after us for back taxes and audits to try to generate more revenue for the country? Only to find out from 2021 to 2023, there's almost 6,000 IRS workers that owe about $50 million in back taxes. You hired these people to come after us and your own employees owe $50 million? Ain't that about a... Oh, it gets better. Hold on. And even though the IRS has the ability to fire these people because they owe back taxes, only 20 of them have been fired. And look at this. You're telling me that some of these people have had misconduct, sexual misconduct, inability to perform duties, and 282 of them have been rehired? You're coming after us when your own house is a mess? I can't wait for Trump to start cleaning house. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Well said. This is like straight up piracy. Like we're being held captive by this crazy thing that we let slip. Like the freaking revolution started because of a 3% tax on tea, and now we're letting 30+% of our income get taken for stupid shit like they're talking about with all this US aid stuff where they're sending money to other countries for DEI and whatnot. Now look at this. Percentage of households filing an income tax return. It's over 100%. Like, what does that even mean? Like, seriously, what does that even mean? Does that mean that like people, like because multiple people in households filing taxes? And then you see stuff like this where you got what's her name? Caroline Levitt had a good clip today where she was rattling off some crazy. I love when they do this stuff where they just read off these crazy things that money gets sent to.
Live coverage.
Through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap. And I know the American people don't either. And that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So let me show you. Geez, I have another good one here. So listen to what this guy from the NGO says. Like, I feel like I can't talk about NGOs enough right now because, like, the guest was saying yesterday, it's like a black ops thing where the U.S. military, they want to accomplish certain objectives, but it's not really in the bounds of legality to do that. So they outsource it to people who can do that without getting in trouble. And that's exactly what NGOs are. They do things that you would never be able to do in a million years. So here we go. Here we go. Perfect. Perfect. Watch this. This is wild. This is wild.
These NGOs that have specifically taken the, I'd like to ask Mr. Carroll and anybody else would like to answer this. Can you name some of these NGOs that have specifically taken these hundreds of millions of dollars and not used it?
It's renewable.
I'd like to ask Mr. Carroll.
So yeah, that's the type of money that gets thrown on NGOs. Oh, wait, we got comments here. Texas woman says, is she single, Brand? Maybe she would like 8 kids. Unfortunately, if you're talking about Caroline Levitt, she is not single. She, I think, actually dates a guy who's like 57 or is married. Oh, I think she's actually married to a guy with a kid who's 57, if I'm not mistaken. Here, let me look that up quick because I have a clip to show after that. But let's fact check that real quick because. Yeah, last I saw, Caroline Levitt is married. She would be a great candidate. She's young. She's well spoken. I mean, like, what else do you need, Texas woman? You know what I'm saying? But let's see, is Caroline Levitt married? By the way, ladies, guys, anybody in here, if you do know any good candidates, send them my way. Because I mean, I know I'm asking for a lot. I'm asking for like 8 to 10 kids. Ambitions to be and have a political life, whatnot. But you know, they're out there. Caroline Levitt is married to Nicholas Riccio, a real estate developer. 32 years her senior. They announced their engagement in December 2023, and were married in a private ceremony. Here, let me share this with you so I don't exclude you from it. I'll show you a picture of the duo. Let's see. Yep. So see, married to Nicholas Riccio, real estate developer, 32 years her senior, announced their engagement in 2023. Were married in a private ceremony. She gave birth to their son on July 10th, 2024. Let's see. So he doesn't look bad for being 32 years older. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Caroline Levitt, husband. I mean, hey, Texas woman, I would have entertained the idea, but not on the table. Not on the pictures. Okay. All right, so we figured that out. Caroline Levitt, not in the books for me. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. So now back to the clip. So yeah, this guy said $600 million for 3 months for an NGO, the Jewish family rebuilding thing or whatever, you know, drop in the bucket compared to like the whole big picture. That's the nerve that Trump hit when he froze the federal funding, because it was like a, you know, gushing like waterfall type of thing of money just flying all over the place. You got to cut it and then, you know, carefully assess what actually needs money. So that's what they're trying to do. Now this judge, you know, ruled against it, so they have to appeal that and see where that goes. They're trying to drag this thing out, but the important things. Oh, let's see. I lost my spot. So Mike Benz has been talking about this for a long time. And right when here we go. This is a good clip.
Thing to have something like the USA that sounds on the surface of it. You just saw the big crocodile tears they're crying on MSNBC. It's for humanitarian projects. It's for development projects. It's to help bring water to the village. And that's a pretty good cover. Why is USA? Why do we rip the mask off and say it's a CIA? And what is the advantage to the American people? You mentioned that it gave the money to the same sort of folks throughout the world. Who are those folks? And why is it advantage to the populist nationalist movement in the American working man and woman to basically rip the mask off, face what it is, and then shut it down, sir?
Well, this is a very, very complicated question, and I really hope that Trump world foreign policy folks understand the open heart surgery they're conducting on the way our foreign policy operates around the world. And in terms of why it's a bad thing that USA does what it does, this is one of these questions that, you know, I've known and followed this stuff for many years, but I never made a crusade about taking it on until USA got in the business of censoring the internet. And at that point, censoring Americans on the American internet, and censoring American social media companies as a foreign-facing humanitarian NGO sponsor, you know, that everyone knows is just the CIA's plausible deniability layer and funding conduit. But when it started to be used against Americans on American soil, that to me was the final straw. That no matter how useful it may be to spend $40 billion a year bribing warlords in Africa, bribing oligarchs in Ukraine, bribing and recruiting terrorists in Afghanistan and Pakistan and Syria, you know, disguising medical supply vans, you know, in Venezuela with boxes of AK-47s and military supplies. The fact is it is no longer a foreign policy.
Oh, damn, music started playing back there. But yeah, so yeah, you get the point. They hide behind these things. They do coups like the United Democracy Fund or whatever it's called that did the 2014 Ukraine coup. They tried to start getting the momentum going with that with Russia when Putin was out of office. They did it for the freaking Arab Springs. You believe that the Arab Springs was not even an organic uprising? It was done by U.S. NGOs. Same thing with what just happened in Syria. You think that was an organic thing? But no, not even one bit. It was like Operation Timber Sycamore. That I was the first one to bring up, by the way. I've been hearing everybody talk about this now. Like Tulsi Gabbard's talking about it. You got freaking Piers Morgan talking about it. Like all big names are talking about it. I did not hear a single person bring up that name, Operation Timber Sycamore, before I did. So to set the record straight on that. But yeah, I don't think there's been too many organic uprisings like at all, and like in the entire history of everything. Even like the Russian Revolution, like you know who was behind that. I'm gonna get into that a little bit and farther down the road in the Rothschild series that got coming out. But anyway, so all this kind of ties back into the IRS thing, the IRS getting audited. Like there's so much toxic sludge, money laundering, garbage junk that goes on with this. And that's why everybody's getting freaked out. Like you see how Chuck Schumer's reacting to this. Chuck Schumer looks like he's about to cry. He looks like he's literally about to cry with what's happening. Here, I have a nice, annoying Chuck Schumer clip. Where is he? Where's Chuck Schumer? I did a combination of bookmarking and downloading these things, uploading them to the folder. I mean, the photographic memory shuts off a little sometimes, and I forget which one I put them in. Let's see. Where'd you go, Chuck? Where did Chuck Schumer's clip go? Here it is. Share screen, and we are off.
Secret group. And the American people, mark my words, the American people will not stand for an unelected secret group to run rampant through the executive branch. Being innovative is good. But Mr. Musk, this isn't a tech startup. These are public institutions that deal with things like Social Security and Medicare and national defense and provide for the well-being of the American people. And the American people have a right to be part of that debate. Part of that debate. The elections occurred. And one viewpoint got a few more votes than the other. But that doesn't mean we throw out democracy. That doesn't mean what's been done for centuries in this country should just go out the window and be substituted by a small group of people who think they know a lot more than the wisdom of the American people.
Yep. So I would venture to say that a whole lot of Chuck's friends who benefit from the money laundering are calling him in a panic saying like, Chuck, if you don't do something about this, we're not going to be happy. And if we're not happy, you're not going to have such a easy time getting reelected in the Senate in New York. Like we've made sure for the last however many decades. How long has Chuck Schumer been been in the Senate? It's been over 20 years now. Like what an easy freaking job, especially when you just have all the money in the world. If you enjoyed the short clip, click right here to watch the full episode and remember to subscribe to the channel. God bless.